Hi, what's your name and what you are working on?
Hi, I'm Alejandro. I'm in the Department of Decision and Control Systems here at KTH doing a PhD. And yeah, I'm in my third year of PhD and happy so far with it.
And what inspired you to become a PhD student?
Yeah, that's a great question. So after I did my master's, I was not really sure where to go. And I got an internship at the department where I am. And being there, I could see a bit how the academic life was like. So I could see how it was to go to talks, to talk with other researchers, to see everything that was going on while conducting my own research. And I thought that was a life that I really found very interesting. So I thought continuing in that path was a good option.
Sorry, do you need to go in?
I think it's...
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you.
Wrong spot. Yeah, we can just keep rolling. We can edit it later. It's a good spot. Or we can be back, yeah. What has been the most challenging part of your PhD study so far?
Okay, I think the whole thing is very challenging because you need to find a path, like a field in which you want to conduct your research. And then you have to think of a project you are motivated with. And you have to keep your motivation while all your attempts fail. And that usually involves like a lot of will to keep working. And yeah, it's hard. And it's something that you usually are not told about when you're going to start your PhD. But it is a lot about failing and still showing up in the office the next day and attempting more stuff. So yeah, I will say it can get hard to keep the motivation if you don't have the right people around you, which thankfully I do.
What's the most rewarding moment of your PhD study?
I think it's mostly when I talk with other people about my research, but also about other people's research. Because then I notice everything that I have learned, and I see how nice it is to interact with other people, with other ideas, and to be able to exchange ideas. And then I feel like I can contribute to what they are doing with what I have done, but at the same time, they can contribute to what I'm doing. And I think it's a very nice experience. And I would say it's the most rewarding part of the PhD.
What is one myth about doing a PhD? Like a misunderstanding, like a big misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding. Yeah, I think something that is not always clear is that PhD is still education. So sometimes it feels like you get into a PhD and you start publishing, and you should be able to conduct research by yourself, and basically you're a researcher. But the fact is that you're still a student, and you are not supposed to know how things work, and you're supposed to be lost. And that is okay, because you are there just to learn. And here in KTS, you have like 4 years to learn that. And that's a lot of time, more than in France, for example. And I think the mindset is you are supposed to be lost and to learn to find your way. And yeah, sometimes it feels, it can be hard. As I said, it's easy to lose motivation, but that's part of the learning experience to be able to keep going on and come up with new ideas even when the previous ones fail.
How do you stay motivated when you feel like your research got difficult or you feel you got lost?
For me, it's a lot about talking with other people, because sometimes it feels, when you read other papers, it seems like everyone is succeeding everywhere and everyone is coming with great ideas all the time. But when you talk with your colleagues or with your supervisor, then you realize that that is not the case. Everyone has lots of issues all the time. It's perfectly okay. The stuff that gets published, the stuff that you hear about in conferences are the successes, but they only come after many fails. So, and it's easy to forget about that, about all the failure. But it's something that you become aware of only if you talk with colleagues and you share openly everything that fails.
Can you offer one more advice for students that are considering academia?
One advice. That's hard. I will go with try to be curious about everything. Like, it's easy to get focused in your field of research, but I think it's very rewarding to try to learn what everyone else is doing. Like, to talk with people working on something that is totally independent to what you're doing, because everyone is working on interesting stuff. So, and I think it's very enriching to know what someone who is maybe doing molecular biology. My work is mostly on more like applied math, so molecular biology is not my field. But I think you can always get something out of talking with other people about their research, and I think it's something that I recommend people to try to get and not to have tunnel vision on only their field, because it also helps you to be more complete, not only as a researcher in your field, but also as a person with culture, because it's very nice to learn about everything going on in the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you.